couple days ago, I ripped a really good fart, and I think I pulled a muscle in my back.
Oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yeah, fuck you. Oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, Jim, oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yeah, fuck you. Oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, yay, Jimmy, let's oh, Jimmy, Jim.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 58 of the Gamers Do Sports podcast. Back again. I'm your host, AJ. We got Josh. We got Tony here. What's up, fellas?
Oh, it's a wonderful day, as they say, repping the English D. What a beautiful time to be a Tigers fan. I love it.
I mean, no one has ever questioned whether or not you were a fan of the D.
I've never once questioned that.
The English D, though, you know, it's just I got a little fancy with it now.
Fellas,
English, Swiss, it don't matter.
Before we go any further, I would just like to stop and say the reason for no show last week obviously was due to Hurricane Helene, and that absolutely ripped through Florida, the Big Bend region, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee. I'm okay here, first and foremost. Don't need to worry about me, but those people out there in the Big Bend region, Georgia, in eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, our thoughts and prayers are with you. That's absolutely devastating what you guys are going through right now, and hopefully soon you guys get the help you need out there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tag on to that. Rest in peace, Pete Rose.
That's right. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Fuck you for not putting him in the Hall of Fame.
The actual... Hang on a second, Chrome. Why did the comments come up like that right now? What was I going to say? The greatest fucking hitter to ever live. I cannot express that enough. Chrome, I'm glad you're okay, by the way. I talked with you earlier this week. We had another death, too. Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes.
Passed away.
Rest in peace. No.
Chrome, way to bring that one up, like right as I said it, too.
Yeah.
Dude, StreamYard's great right now because I can pull up comments and it just hides Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you want to talk to me? No? Here, hide Tony.
I wish there was a way I could change how those comments pop up so they're not blocking the whole thing.
Nah, we're good with it blocking him.
Yeah, I figured this as
Hang
much.
on a second. Let's see if this does anything here. Sorry, Tony. You're just going to have to stay there for a second. Let's see. There we go.
Right.
Okay. Did Josh change that? Josh, did you change that? Oh, that
there you go.
Nice.
No, he didn't mess with it. Those were like that when we did our show, the same size.
Which way do you guys like? This way, or that way?
I kind of like that right there. That last.
I like the first way.
This way?
No, like the first.
The one that blocked me.
Oh, that one.
There you go.
I mean, Josh, we could just do that.
There you go. It looks even
and
better.
it just the comment fits perfectly under. Doesn't block any of us.
It's fantastic.
No, seriously though, which were the three? This is the one we've always used. Is this one?
I like the first one you showed where it had the box.
This one or that one?
I like that one right there.
I feel like I'm at the optometrist where it's like option 1, option 2. Option 1.
Boom, the first
option
across
2.
Tony. Hit my neighbors in Greene County, and I have friends in Asheville I haven't heard from. Chrome, hopefully you hear from them soon, buddy. Soon. I think a hurricane hit Georgia's game plan on Saturday.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun.
You know, watching that game, I'm sure part of you thought that second half, where the hell was this in the first half? You put any of that effort in the first half, you win the game.
Not until 2 days ago did I think that.
Okay. I
Tony,
thought that immediately.
After the first half, I gave up. I full-fledged gave
I
up.
know.
I'm like, they ain't winning this shit.
No.
And I turned out to be right, but I almost had to eat my own words.
Right.
But I looked at it like as they were scoring points in the second half, I'm like, oh well. Then finally Bell scores that big ass touchdown. I'm like, oh shit. We came all the way back.
I know.
And then next play, it was all back to shit again.
Right.
The only thing I will say, and it's the only rah my team I will say, Kirby's post-game comments in the locker room. I don't know if you've seen that video yet, where he basically tells them he hugged every one of them as they came off the field and said, "I'm proud of how you responded. We need to bring this intensity the rest of the year that we brought in that second half today," and just basically told all the players how much he loved them, how much he's proud of them for battling back. Good luck, Auburn, this weekend.
Right. The 3:30 kick. And also, let's also be honest, until the second half, you had 6 bad quarters because I don't think the Kentucky game you played all that well.
No, that was brutal too.
So,
oh yeah, hey, thanks guys for filling in for me when I was gone. By the way,
oh, no problem.
You guys did great.
We had a pretty fun show. It was football filled, and we won't talk about our picks because it was a rough week, but we had fun.
Josh, you did great.
I did great. Thank you.
I did great as a secondary, just beanbag punch.
Chrome, DeMar Hamlin, nothing but love.
That's right.
Do you want to know my opinion about DeMar Hamlin?
I would love to hear it.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do it? Didn't you already do it on this show once?
I don't recall.
I think when Cooper was on here, you did it. Nothing was better than the night Josh said that, like where we did not know if DeMar Hamlin was alive or not. And Josh,
yeah, no, that was a rough one.
Get him off the field. Finish the game. WWE went on when Owen Hart went. Let's go.
Yeah, Stone Cold Undertaker for the title. It's still gonna go on, damn it.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, you know.
It's such good shit.
Such good shit. Oh my god. Yeah, by the way, Chrome, shout out to your fantasy team that's 4-0, but we want to take a small bit of credit for helping you draft a touch, but you did well. You're doing well. 4-0.
Listen to Tony taking the credit. Fucking wheel of pain down here.
A touch of credit. I didn't say all the credit. A touch of credit, but for a first
Wheel
time,
of Pain down here wants you to know how great he did in your draft. Because
Wheel
he did
of Pain
shit in his draft.
Who put up 215 points on Tate and won last week.
How much of that is legit the Wheel of Pain still?
More than you think, honestly. I'll look. Hey, right now, I will tell you for this. It'll take 2 seconds. So the Wheel of Pain last week against Tate. All right, I made. You could only do 2 transactions a week, and I can't make any trades. So on that front,
you can only do 2 transactions a week.
Yeah, that's it. I still have fucking Odell Beckham on my bench. You do know that, right? So, like, right now, Baker Mayfield drafted, David Montgomery drafted, James Conner drafted, Harrison Jr. drafted, Xavier Legette, remember we needed a receiver, drafted, Firemuth
so
drafted.
Only one of them was a true Wheel of Pain one. Just for Tony picks.
Justice Hill was pickup. Andy Dalton was pickup. Baltimore defense, Wheel of Pain, and Justin Tucker, my first round pick, kicking. So yes, I still have the majority of Wheel of Pain as my team. 2-2.
If you want to talk about gloating in leagues we're in, how about we talk about the Xbox League?
I don't want to talk about that league because I just finally won and went 0-3.
I'm just saying I'm undefeated in that one.
Yeah, I know.
Chrome says you told me to take Watson and I dropped him for Darnold.
Listen, you asked the question.
Hey, need I bring this back up?
Oh yeah, it might be that time. Oh man. Oh well, if you are a Mike Evans owner, he just caught his second touchdown of the game. He is killing it right now.
Cooper's upset at Chrome because he didn't take him. Shout out Cooper, by the way.
Also, you and me are playing in both leagues this week.
Who?
Me and who?
Me and AJ.
Oh, nice.
I mean, who predicted Darnold running him for MVP candidate? Man, no kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
No kidding.
Weird. And Baker Mayfield's playing like the MVP right now. He's having a hell of a year, man. That was my only quarterback to start the season. So he's having a great year. A great year. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. I said that last episode too. He's done well. I will also like to twist it about baseball again real quick. AJ, do you consider your team the favorites to win the AL at this point?
The fucking might as well be, given the teams that are left, but I don't think they have the pitching that'll take them deep enough. God, look at that, Josh, getting a shout out.
Oh, there you go. I'm stunned
right.
that 3 AL Central teams are in the Final Four. I would have never guessed that, ever, because their division was the laughingstock of baseball. And now you've got 3 of the teams playing for a chance at the World Series other than the Yankees. I didn't see it coming.
I just want to really quickly say, I mean, Cooper, I have extra space to the left of Tony because we always put Tony last. If you just want to come on in here and...
Yeah, come on.
Shit.
Yeah, please. More humiliation of Tony. You can bring your butt in here and just join the parade.
Can we make a reverse MVP award for Levis?
God, Will
Maybe
Levis.
Dub doesn't hang himself this year with the Red Rock and understand. Yanks aren't winning the AL. Fuck. I guess this would be a good time to bring up one of the other things I want to talk about before we dive into the whole tier list thing. And that is playoff bracket. Congratulations, Tony. Yay. Detroit beat Houston, assholes.
Oh, it was a beautiful thing. Josh called me afterwards, and he heard the glee in my voice of how happy I was. And to see that little Smurf Altuve having a sad face just makes my day.
I can't wait for you guys to go all the way to the ALCS and just fucking get mollywopped by whoever you play.
You know what I'm hoping?
Yeah.
When Altuve becomes a free agent, he signs with the Tigers.
No, please no.
God, you'll have to send me towels for all the cleanup.
Josh, you got a shout out. I know nothing about sports, but showing support because Josh threatened me. Josh, you need to stop threatening people.
I told people, come and show us support, or else we'll come over to your house and pee in your bushes.
I thought I just did that anyway.
Well, without meaning.
Without meaning, just because.
It was.
Do I have a PJ Nashville story for you for when we're off the air?
It was interesting, by the way, to hear your boy Michael K announce the Tigers and Astros for a couple games. That's quite interesting to have that as like you're used to his voice being Yankees, and to him to call the Tiger, he was just always like, I don't know who these guys are. It's like no one fucking does.
That one play where like 2 runners scored in that game was fucking. He's trying to call Yankee player names, and he's like, hold on a second here.
Oh, dude, Michael K was lost, and I don't blame him because like I said, anybody who's listening, anybody's out there, if you're not a Tiger fan, you have to look at our lineup, and you have the right to go, how the hell did you get here? Because other than Scooble, who's a Cy Young, by the way, that's just going to be a given. We don't have an elite player on our team. We have a bunch of guys. And a coach that knows what he's doing, and that's it. That's how we're getting moved.
Let's also be honest. You're responsible for the 2 greatest moments in 2024.
One of the 2. Your moment for 2022 or 24. Beating the White Sox one is your glee. I know that.
Oh,
that one is yours. I know
the fact that you did it.
You beat a team with 122 losses.
No. They were the team to actually for the Sox to break the record.
Oh, gotcha.
The Tigers, considering the members of our group and certain members who truly believe that the White Sox are Chicago's team, it just makes it that much better. It really does. Like, it's so rich I can't even take another bite. Because you remember that, AJ, right?
Right. I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember.
The White Sox are the Chicago's team now.
Do we have an update on what this game score is?
I can give it to you in one
Which
second
one?
here.
Mets and Brewers.
Are we talking about Bucks, Falcons? Mets and
No,
Brewers.
no.
Brewers are up, I believe, 2-0.
2-0 Brewers in the 7th inning.
Yeah, due to back-to-back jacks.
I like that kid on they have, Jackson Churio. Good player. Good young player for them.
Are you? Josh is still showing up to pee in your bushes.
I remember Josh being more happy.
Now I'm definitely showing up and peeing in her bushes.
Josh was more happy about the White Sox game because it was like his glee. Because I get it, it's Cubs-White Sox rivalry. I was happy the Tigers made the playoffs, but for him, he just loved this. The fact.
Good.
The worst record
good.
of all time. This division has 3 playoff teams, the Twins who barely missed, and then you have to drop the White Sox. Like, that's how
you forgot the 3 feet
is.
of shit before.
Oh, yeah, it really is. It was like a 35 game difference between the White Sox and like 4th place.
Hey, Josh.
Sir.
Do you want to read your Cubs eulogy?
No, I do not. Okay. I sent that to you guys just for you guys. That was it.
That was it.
It's our little thing.
All right. Let's talk about this bracket.
And it's
here
too long to talk about on this show.
It is very long. I was trying to figure out where you copy and pasted it from. They can't give tickets away to White Sox games.
How dare you assume that I didn't write that? How dare you?
The writing's on the wall.
How dare you, sir? So anyway, I didn't write that.
Yeah, I fucking figured you didn't.
Hell no.
Anyways.
Hell no. But it was one of those ones where like you read it and you're like, yeah, fucking A. And like literally through the whole thing, I was sitting there going, exactly. This is what I've been bitching about the entire year. It was just perfectly put together from top to bottom.
This is the post that. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Trying to pull it back up here. This is what Josh sends us as his own piece.
Yeah. I read the first part
and
like the first part of your text sometimes, and I go, what did he write? And I look and I'm like, what the fucking novel you wrote? Okay.
Did you like my response to that, Josh? I'm happy for you. Or sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
Then you all try to troll you with me.
It was well written. I will give it that. I got off one of my Cubs websites that someone actually posted that, and I was like, I agree with everything they're saying.
I'm going to sell my kitty left arm and a
What do you mean they can't even give tickets away to World Series games?
White Sox, Josh. White Sox. That's how I know you didn't write that fucking novel.
Unfortunately, they sold out every game when they were in the World Series. But it shows how fair weather that team is.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
White Sox.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll openly say that the reason that we have the problems that we haven't for as long as we've had them is because our fans will sell out that stadium regardless of what you put on the field. And that's a problem because the management sees that and goes, well, we don't have to put a whole bunch on the field. They'll show up anyway. So that's a double-edged sword, to be honest with you.
Boom, to answer your question in chat, it was because there was a doubleheader between the Braves and the Mets, and they basically had the split for the Diamondbacks to not get in, and it ended up being the case. If one of them swept, they would have gotten in.
Yeah, which I thought was funny because I'm convinced they got together and was like, look, you take game 1, I'll take game 2. Fuck the Diamondbacks.
Fuck the Diamondbacks. Remember that woman that mysteriously got shot at the Sox games last year?
I do.
I do remember that story.
Yeah.
I do remember that story. I don't remember the preface behind it, but wasn't it something outside the stadium?
Like I heard, it was inside the stadium. She got the gun in between one of her fat rolls.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Wait a minute. What did you just say, Josh?
That's what the say or the word was, that she got the gun in between fat roll 2 and 3.
Well, this is more interesting.
Traded it for a player to be named later, for a hot dog to be named later. I know how it happened. I asked for your take, you illiterate cave troll.
The way he worded it originally, what's the take on how the Diamondbacks got knocked out? I honestly was just thinking,
Tony, shut up. Shut up.
What?
You're giving me ammunition to send more terrible things about you.
I mean, that's how the show rolls.
This is right up your alley, Josh Cooper. Never turn your back on O-Block.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. The term pain in the ass is a whole new meaning.
Always keep that Glock on you. Arn Anderson always keeps the Glock on.
That's right.
Keep
you know,
that
I
shit
saw
loaded.
that was 3 years ago now, that promo. Man,
That was a great promo.
It was. It was a fantastic promo.
No, I think the funniest thing about the Diamondbacks not making it is neither World Series representative last year made the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since that's been the case too.
Really?
Like, if I'm a Diamondbacks fan, I'm kind of pissed at how it happened, because the Braves just like got their shit kicked in by the Padres. But
Tony, you asked me about the Yankees' path here.
correct.
It has never been easier, and these shit bums will find a way to lose it.
I honestly was gonna say, take my bias of the team that we are one of the 4 teams in here somehow, some way.
Oh God!
I
hope
don't
you
know.
beat the Guardians.
I don't know how we're going to beat the Guardians and then whoever comes out of your series to make the Worlds.
I just want you to beat the Guardians so that the Yankees could shit kick you, and the amount of ammunition AJ will have forever will be worth every inning.
How could it be like shit? You're shit kicking the Cinderella. You're not shit kicking a good team. We are on a Cinderella.
You know
run.
what? Everybody likes Cinderella until somebody shows up and pushes the bitch down the stairs. Okay, and that's going to be the Yankees.
So so then imagine the Tigers beat the Yankees. How would that be? It would be like a miracle one, but
like Wesley Snipes said in White Men Can't Jump, even the sun shines on a dog's ass from time to time.
Tigers have beaten the Yankees the last 3 times we played them in the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen this time, but don't act like the Yankees.
Well, hang on. Let's talk about who was on those teams.
Yeah, they were loaded.
Verlander,
okay,
Max Scherzer.
Right. Those were loaded teams, but we went
Miguel
against
Cabrera
your loaded
prime.
team. Okay, and you had A-Rod and Cano and Jeter and all
that.
Let's not kid ourselves.
We had Derek Jeter. You can stop there.
You don't count A-Rod. You don't count Cano. I remember the one series Cano bet like 050 or something. I was like,
Cano was fucking horse shit when he left New York. Anyway.
Yeah, he got paid and didn't want to play Cano ball again.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? Oh, you had Jacoby Ellsbury. Yeah, thanks. Rather fucking cut my left toe off.
You had Jacoby Ellsbury.
We had Mark Teixeira when he could be healthy enough to play.
Well, you had Gary Sanchez. Come on.
Fuck off with Gary Sanchez. That fucking guy. I was the biggest Gary Sanchez fan, and then that motherfucker just started striking out more than he got up to. Like, I don't know how he did it. He struck out more times than he had plate appearances.
He was butt cheeks for you guys.
He was awful.
Where's Chapman pitching right now?
Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah.
Icy cold, baby. Icy cold.
I'm actually kind of surprised about the Orioles going out in a sweep, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They're a good young team. Orioles have been awful since the All-Star break. The Yankees went on their skid and only lost 2 games to the Orioles in that time frame, and then came back to win the East.
Yeah, I remember people saying the Orioles were so loaded that they just are going to make a run, and then they scored 1 run in 2 games. Like, they didn't even score runs. They had the pitching, they just didn't score any runs with all those elite hitters supposedly they had.
So let's talk about this bracket here.
Yeah, of course.
Detroit, Cleveland,
Tigers in 4.
Cleveland in 3.
No, we got Scooble. Tigers in 4.
Cleveland in 3.
Go ahead. 8.
Josh.
Cleveland in 2.
Wow. I'm crying in the corner.
No,
now.
it's a best of 5, right?
Yes.
Cleveland 3, Detroit 2. Unfortunately.
Okay, Cleveland 5 I can accept. That's sweep. Sweep means Scooble's going to lose. I don't think he's going to lose.
I'll take Yankees in 5 in the next series against Kansas City.
Yankees in 4.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think
They don't have the pitching, bro. They just don't have the pitching.
What, the Royals don't have the pitching, I don't think either.
No, but have you seen the Yankees, my guy?
I have. You have better hitters than they do.
Unless we're putting up fucking 15 runs a game.
Although I'm seeing they're saying better hitters than the Astros have this supposedly godlike lineup that.
Oh, the Astros suck this year.
Hey.
The Astros were not good.
Would you let me have my 5 minutes?
He gave you 24 hours of happiness. Now he's bringing you.
If the Yankees beat the Astros, he'd be on here like, well, the Astros. Oh, look what we did against.
Yes,
those
because we have a history with the Astros. You have no history. Fuck off.
Yes, we do. They took Verlander.
You got them on. And you got Hinch. Shut up.
I know, but the point is, I'm happy that we beat Houston, okay? Houston, first time they got swept in 23 series. All right? I'm happy
playing
about
the Astros is like watching Georgia take on Alabama.
No. Beating Houston was the end of the road, and they ran out of gas, and we're that little team, that little engine that came through.
The little team that could. The Detroit
That's right.
Tigers.
That's us.
Glorified
Honestly,
Triple A team.
Spent a lot of years.
Have you heard of Andy
team
Abaez? Hold on. I asked Josh this on the phone the other day. Do you know who Andy Abaez is?
No, because I don't care about the Tigers.
Well, okay, but the point is, he's a hero. He was our hero, damn it. So, like,
build
we
him
have
a statue
heroes every night.
AJ, that was a magnificent response. That was. Do you know who this person is? No, I don't like the Tigers.
Take the freaking SUV and the Corvette out of center field and put a statue of that guy out there.
Okay, so all the teams that are left on the AL side have hitters. We don't have an elite hitter, so that's going to maybe be a problem. But I'm not going to go against the Tigers not having a chance against Cleveland.
You don't take Cleveland seriously.
I think the Tigers have what it takes to give them a series, and I think I'm going to be homerism and say they're going to win. Yes.
Cooper, get this man.
Go ahead,
go
please.
Indians.
Oh, hey, we can't say that anymore.
The fuck we can't.
Cleveland baseball team
by the indigenous people.
Okay, can we go to the National League then? Let's go to the league that no one has any dog in the fight right now.
Phillies and Dodgers. That's going to be your NLCS.
Philly is who I'm rooting for because they got Schwarbs and they got Castellanos. So
I'll go.
Something bad's got to happen so that Castellanos can deliver.
Apparently, the Tigers making the playoffs was bad enough. No, it's former Tiger Nick.
So your super early World Series picks.
Yankees. As much as I want to be a homer, I can't. Yankees will probably represent the American League because the Yankees
and the Dodgers.
Cleveland's only struggle will be hitting. Everything else is sexy.
Yeah, I mean, you got J-Ram is a fucking monster, man.
That's my boy right there. That's right, Chrome.
Yeah.
And this is right to Tony.
We'll see come next week. And if next week we get our shit kicked in, I will take the punishment. That's fine.
We're
here now.
Tony's repping the D and he'll take the punishment.
That's right. I'm repping the D and I'm going to get railed next week if we don't do anything.
I swear to God, man, we got to get Cooper in here. He's taking over our chat, so let's get him in here.
Wow.
He's more than welcome to come in here.
Royals and Padres. That would be a hell of a World Series. Royals and Padres? I don't know about that. That would be something, though.
Cooper wants his Bud comment. Hang on, I got to find it. There it is.
Yeah, that's right, Crow. So, is everybody's worst case scenario for the American League Tigers and Royals?
No, the worst case scenario for a World Series would be the Tigers and the Brewers. Fuck.
Oh God, that's a snooze fest if I've ever seen one.
For
You see that I posted a tweet today because they said that Bob Costas is going to be calling the Yankees series.
I know. I
I'm
said
already
the same
asleep.
thing. 2024 Bob Costas. No, I'm passing, dude. Like,
It's
Yeah,
better
you know,
than
that's
Joe
an
Buck.
interesting story. Here's a story about the 1957 St. Louis Cardinals. Like, I don't give a
Tim
shit.
Kirchin did that in our series too. Back in 1967. It's like, yes, I know.
Meanwhile,
Kirchin,
Aaron
yes.
Judge just hit a kid out in center field with a line drive going 120. And Bob Costas is sitting here telling shoe stories about the 1957 Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't know if 2024. Now, Costas was really good at baseball announcer back in the day.
Oh,
Now,
he's always sucked.
I liked him back in the day. He's just
Of course
gotten
you did. You like
progressively-
everything that sucks.
Wow. I wish I had a comeback to
Tigers,
that. But...
the Maple Leafs. The
why are you
Lions.
ripping on the Tigers?
It's false hope, Tony. It's false hope.
But isn't it a good story?
No.
Why?
We already had this story last year.
With who?
The Rangers.
Oh, this is more impressive than the Rangers. The Rangers had a better roster than we did.
I'm
I'm
a
telling you
baseball
right now, I'm
purist,
not
my
being a
friend.
homer. I'm literally telling you, go to anybody who's what they're saying. I love this Tiger story. This is a unique story.
I'm a baseball purist. Go back to 8 teams make the playoffs.
Okay, I'm with you, but unfortunately, we know that's not going to happen because they want money and they're not going to have it that way. We know.
Boom, I don't even care. Wake me up in January.
They got course. What's his name from Ottawa?
Oh, yay. The guy who has like a fucking 4
Course
goals
copy or
against
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, yippee.
there's your goalie. If
Yeah,
Omar
'cause-
says nah,
Dude, I know we're talking baseball, but here's a fun story for you. Nylander and Torrey Krug, both guys who did those prolonged holdouts, have the same agent, and it's the same agent as Jeremy Swayman.
oh well, then expect to hold out because
Yeah, he
they
ain't playing.
they will get every penny they could possibly.
He
get
ain't
for it.
playing.
But yeah, I got Yankees and Dodgers. Unfortunately,
I will go off of what Tony says. I'm about to say I'm going to ride with Tony, but I ain't riding with Tony.
not riding to be.
That horse's back is going to be broken by the time we're done.
I know.
Josh,
What's up?
what's your World Series pick?
Oh, I said it already. Dodgers, Yankees.
No, so we're all three going with the same World Series.
Yeah. I want to be selfish and say the Tigers. I just know they don't have enough to
Oh,
do it.
shut up with the Tigers.
No, I will not
Kick 'em
shut
out.
up for being happy about a baseball team. Damn you. I'm happy. Could you not let me be happy?
No,
No,
Yeah, apparently not.
no, never.
Misery.
not at
Wah,
all.
wah, wah.
Ripping on you is part of the fun.
I know it is. Like I said, I'm just happy that the Tigers have handled one thing that I wanted them to do, and now everything else is culture. I'm hoping that
Are you ready for the cordial meat and potatoes of this episode?
yes, I am.
NFL tier list time.
Touchdown Tampa. All right.
Kicking things
Hold
off,
on.
and I put in a new category this week called I Don't Know What You Are. And there is one team that is glaring at me to just slide up in there. I don't know what the fuck the Bengals are.
Best 1-3 team in the league. I don't know what that means, but I mean,
What
Bears,
are you?
right below that.
What, mediocre at best?
Mediocre at best.
I'll actually let
You
you
should
have
put
that one this week.
You should put another one in there going, holy shit, we won.
Hang on.
That should be the Bears.
Can I just get a you were right, AJ? 4 weeks into the season?
From me?
Yes.
Never.
Okay. I tried to sit here and stop your guys' planning of the parade when the season started.
I'd put the Vikings in the playoff team right now, the way they're playing.
Okay,
The
I'll put the
Vikings
here.
are. I'd put them at.
I agree with him.
They got to go playoff team. I need to see a little bit more before I put them Super Bowl contenders.
All right, let's go in order here, though.
Yes, yeah.
We've got the Saints.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know what you are.
They started off like a firecracker the first 2 weeks and have looked like ass the last 2 weeks. What are
the Miami Dolphins? And this is where I'm thinking to put them, but you guys
Mediocre
tell me if I'm
best.
wrong. Oh no.
Yep.
Without Tua, they are terrible.
Yep.
They are
my AFC Championship
awful.
pick, by the way.
I mean, if we're putting AFC teams down there, AFC East teams down there,
yeah,
you can go right there with them.
You guys should win. Hey, speaking of that, you guys play them Sunday. I think you guys should win.
Wait, where is that game at?
It's in Foxborough.
We have a better chance.
I mean, Tyler Huntley. If you don't beat Tyler Huntley, who couldn't put more than 7 points on the bottom.
The Baltimore Ravens?
Super Bowl
playoff team.
I agree with Tony. They're still Super Bowl contenders.
Because the last 2 weeks they've looked like the elite.
I stand by what I have said for the past year, and I'm sticking with it. Lamar Jackson is disappointing come playoff time.
We got to go by some of the 2024 as well. Though.
We're talking about this season.
2024 Ravens are Super Bowl contenders. They've got the Derrick Henry show has been fantastic.
Broncos are going to you're terrible. So mediocre. Is the Giants.
I'd go mediocre with the Broncos because their defense is good. Their offense is ass.
I agree with Josh.
Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah. I got outvoted.
Giants, you're terrible.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one. We don't have to argue.
Rams.
Except league neighbors.
Rams, I don't know what you are.
Mediocre. I think that the problem with them is injuries.
I'd go with mediocre too.
I agree with Josh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mediocre.
Right.
Mediocre at best because we did beat them.
The
Tampa,
Bucks are a playoff team.
Absolutely.
Playoff team. Playoffs.
The Lions, playoff team.
You're terrible.
That's a playoff team. It's a playoff team.
Yeah, I know.
I think you know what?
Hang on. Where did we have them the last time? Super Bowl contenders? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I agree with you. Put them at playoff team. They have not put a full game together so far.
Yeah, they haven't looked good for a complete game yet.
Yeah, correct. And that's why they're 3-1, and I'm happy, but I'm okay with putting them at playoff team. They do not.
This is going to be the team that drops the biggest, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know what you are. I mean, they're upper echelon of this team.
Yes.
Yeah, but they look lost without McCaffrey.
They spink the bad teams. Whoopity fucking do. You're supposed to do that. So yeah.
And then
this one. Thank you. I was gonna say that should be. I didn't know if that was controversial or not. They are mediocre. They are not a good football.
Again though, a team that's upper echelon of this.
Sure. I'd agree with that because the thing with Philadelphia is they could put a streak together, but right now I just think they're so out of whack and they've lost games in just brutal fashion. And yeah, I don't think they're a good team. I really don't. And I think Nick Sirianni should be fired. I think that guy's a stupid head coach. The more I see him.
I put the Raiders at you're terrible.
I would go one step above. I'd say mediocre at best. I would say
at the
mediocre
tail end of it, yeah. They do got a decent defense.
Here's a team that's interesting. The Green Bay Packers.
Playoff team for now. I need to see what Jordan Love does before the next set of tier.
Without Jordan Love
in
a couple games, they still have a net 15-point differential, plus 15. So I would agree that I put them in the playoff teams.
And the only reason why I don't put them higher is the teams they beat. They beat Indianapolis, we're good to them, and Tennessee, who's trash.
We're just gonna there.
No.
There.
No.
There. What?
No.
Where would you put them?
Playoff team. Have you seen that team?
They are 3-1. They are 3-1.
3-1 and have a top 3 offense the last 3 weeks.
So we're currently in a battle of we're going to have more playoff teams than anything
Well, right
else.
now we're NFC heavy, so we are NFC heavy. We'll say that.
Arizona.
Mediocre.
Are you sure? Because
I'd go terrible.
they're 1-3, bro.
That's fair. I was going mediocre because they have a decent offense, but I'm with you. All right, that's fine. I'm all right with that.
A team that's looked like a bat out of hell. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Playoff team.
That's a
Yep.
Playoff team.
Absolutely.
Hell of a head coaching job this season by Mike Tomlin.
Absolutely.
Managing two quarterbacks that either one can start and actually riding with the hot hand.
I'd put the two next teams in the playoff contention as well.
I'll put them there
To
just
be
because
honest
their
with you.
divisions are trash. I don't know about the Falcons, but the Bills are like teetering on I don't know what you are.
I would put that for the Falcons. I don't know who you are. Because looking at it tonight, they don't have anything going on offense, or they look like the offense that you got Kirk Cousins to run. And now tonight their defense looks like shit. And what are you? You look good one week and you look like you're getting fucking mollywopped the next week by a mediocre team. What are you? I'm with that. That should be I don't know where you are. My personal opinion.
The Seahawks, I don't know what they are because they're 3-1, sure. Their wins haven't been quality wins.
I'd go with that too. I'd go with that too.
Denver with Locke's first game, and then New England, your team.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Cleveland, you're terrible.
Trash. Deshaun Watson, straight
Next
trash.
two, I'd go playoff team.
I'm going to go
legit.
one better on the Houston Texans.
Or I'd go Super Bowl contender for Kansas City, obviously.
Houston is a Super Bowl contender right now.
Wow.
That is a dynamic offense they have.
Yeah. Their defense is the only thing that
obviously Kansas City is the Super Bowl favorite. Let's be honest.
Yes, they go.
And they haven't looked great in 4 weeks, by the way. Can we say that? They really
That's
haven't
the point.
looked
But that's the point, Tony. That even when they look bad, they still are leaps and bounds ahead of most of the competition.
I know, and that's the thing is they could fall into 13 wins by just playing average because they got the team to do it. And
they
that's
have the rest on their side.
I agree. Dallas, I'd put with I don't know what you are.
I'll agree.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, the next few games they have, it's going to be.
but...
I mean, they got Pittsburgh's the playoff team. They've got us, the Lions, a playoff team, and then I think they got another playoff team after. So they've got a few things to answer the next couple weeks.
Chargers, I'm not sure about. I'm going to watch what you guys do with this one.
I'm going mediocre.
I agree because the good teams, they don't look like they have it together, and plus Justin Herbert's hurt. I mean, he's playing gimpy.
Hurt again, Justin Herbert?
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah. Oh, come on. I know where you want to put them, and I might agree with you. Yes!
Breaking news. Pete Alonso just hit a 3-run homer to take the lead.
That's it.
In the top of the 9th.
Wow. He's going to get paid this offseason, too.
That's a killer for that team, for the Brewers. That you don't
wow.
come back from that.
Wow.
Yep. Wow. That's insane.
These next two are super easy. I don't even need to ask you guys.
Yeah, trash. Although, hey, shout out to Andy Dalton for making him look decent. I'll give him that. It's still trash.
Okay. There.
Yeah. There you go. I'm with you.
This one, I'm going to say mediocre at best.
Yeah, Colts are mediocre at best.
They've had spurts of stuff that's surprising, but they've done nothing to make me think that they'll go any higher than that.
Here's my problem. Is there any AFC South teams we've... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Jags are terrible.
This one, terrible.
Awful. All the way at the bottom. That's the worst team in the league. A minus 49 point differential.
Yeah.
That team does nothing good.
Yeah, no,
I'll be honest with you. I always laughed at Trevor Lawrence, but I saw a meme once that said that Trevor Lawrence looks like the love child of Carmela and the Italian guy from The Sopranos.
I saw that.
What is his name? Furio?
Yeah.
Furio.
I have seen
And
that.
I haven't been able to unsee it since I saw that.
Man,
So
there's a lot of bad football teams.
There's a lot of really bad teams.
They are. I mean, really, there's not like it's a bad.
how does
league
it stack up from our first
Well,
first
hang
one?
on a second here. So let me download that. Let me bring it up in here.
Like, I just want to see like kind of where we're at.
This one I can delete. So this was our first one. Hang on. Stop screen. Go to here. Here's our first one. A lot has changed.
Yes. Yes, we've eliminated the.
However, the Titans have stayed the same.
So have the Giants. So have the Panthers.
The bottom four have
half
stayed
of
the same.
your terrible teams have stayed the same.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, that's what we're at
Super Bowl
now.
contenders looked kind of close.
Yeah, we had 4 teams in that category. We didn't.
Miami.
Oh yeah, no, we.
Philly. Whoops.
Yeah, we got
Super
2
Bowl
teams
contenders
there
from
now.
Super Bowl contenders to you're terrible.
Oh my, how things have changed.
But
Harrison
this
stayed
was,
in the mediocre at best.
Yeah.
this is what I was trying. The point I was trying to prove when we first started doing the tiers a couple weeks ago. There is such disparity in the NFL on good and really shitty.
Yeah.
There's good, 50 feet of whale shit.
Right. No, I agree. Like and if you look at the mediocre, I still think there's some solid things about those mediocre teams, but they've done a lot more bad than good. That's why they're on that tier.
Chiefs, Ravens, we already saw. Chiefs versus Texans, who wins? Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs versus Vikings, who wins? Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs versus Bucks, Chiefs. Chiefs versus Lions, Chiefs.
Lions.
Chiefs versus Packers, Chiefs. Chiefs versus Steelers, Chiefs. Chiefs versus, yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Like, there is, the Chiefs are here, and then it's just everything else.
It's one of those things that the Chiefs, with Mahomes having the second most interceptions in football, Rashid Rice's leg getting broken,
Then his mom
all
stealing
the running
shit
back
off of people's
issues
fucking porches.
with Pacheco, and Travis Kelce looks like a shell of himself, and the defense having
Hey,
issues.
Kelsey looked good last week.
He did. He had his best week of the year for sure, but
He's always a slow starter. Josh told us that last week or 2 weeks ago.
yeah, just all that fact, and yet we're sitting here going, "Oh yeah, the Chiefs are the best team." Like, and I get on Nick Wright's ass, the media guy, because he's such a homer for him. But like he put out like a point of like the average Chiefs team is better than the majority of the league, and it's true though. And I hate to say he's right, but he's right. An average Chiefs team beats 25, 26 teams in this league.
You're seeing it here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is right in front of your face. Literally.
Like right now, if you look at the Chiefs, if you had to take a guess, like right now, they play the Saints on Monday night. Do you think the Chiefs win that game?
Yes.
I think so too. San Francisco on the road.
Chiefs.
That will be a question mark. I think it'll be close.
I'm debating that one. I'm not confident enough
Yeah.
to come out and straight say that.
But then
The
after
Chiefs-
that, the Raiders, they'll beat the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
The Chiefs might
Oh,
not lose
yeah.
a game all season.
The Bucks, even though I like Tampa, they'll beat the Bucks. The Broncos, they'll beat the Broncos. At Buffalo might be a test, maybe. At Carolina, haha, the Raiders, the Chargers. At the Browns, the Texans will be a good game. At the Steelers will be a good game, and then the Broncos. They're probably going 13-4.
I think
I'll give them
the
4
Texans
losses
are going to
somewhere
give them a run. I do. I think they're going to give them a run. I'm going to be honest with you. My most surprising team through the first 4 weeks Is that where we're at right now? We're heading into week 5?
We're in week 5 right now, yeah.
My surprise of the season thus far is a tie between the Falcons and the Vikings. Now, I know the Falcons aren't playing well tonight, but the way Kirk Cousins marched that team down the field a couple weeks ago was impressive, and it was eye-opening. That if they could put it together, they could be a threat in a sense.
Yeah. And then they have games where they look like lost puppy dogs. That's what I'm saying. That's why I really think that I don't know who you are right now.
My biggest surprise goes in the other end.
It is now 4-2, New York Mets.
My surprise of the year is the Miami Dolphins being such horse shit.
It's so bad.
That team is terrible. Terrible.
It's
all of them.
So
Tyreek sucks. Waddle sucks. Tua throwing up gang signs on the sidelines.
Tua, talk about a guy that he gets hurt and you're like, they'll survive maybe a few weeks. And no. Without him, they look like a peewee team. They might be, I think they might be the worst team in football without Tua. Yeah. I don't know what you guys think about that, but they might be the worst team in the league without him. They haven't shown shit for sign since he's left. There's been no pulse in that team. Then you now have Tua still under contract.
Yeah, but to say the worst team in football is a stretch.
They've had like 24 points in the last 2 games without him.
I don't think they're worse than the Panthers. I don't think they're worse than the Bears. I don't think they're worse than the Giants. I don't think they're worse than the Titans or the Jaguars. Do you see where I'm going with this? I am. Say that they're the worst team in football. You're putting them behind all those teams. You might be drinking something that we're not aware of.
Well, the Titans just absolutely embarrassed them on Monday night, and they suck. They embarrassed them. So I'll tell you right now, dead serious, I would bet all the teams you just named, if the Dolphins played them right now, including the Panthers, I would put money on the other team. 100%.
You bring up a great point here that I've been wondering all fucking season. Why do we have 2 Monday night games?
Don't know.
And on top of that, why are they on at the same exact time?
Again, don't know. I don't like the setup. I don't mind if they did it a little bit different. If it was like 7 o'clock and then 9:15.
Stagger it out a little bit.
Right.
Hell,
like, all right, you're going to get to the late 3rd, early 4th.
You've got Tuesday night.
Well, I agree with that. But
go to Tuesday night.
Hell, you got Wednesday night too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's for Maction, buddy.
That's right.
That's the degenerate special league right there.
Western Michigan style Maction satisfaction. No, but I'm with you. Like, stagger it out a little bit more, or because the 7:30 and 8:15 wasn't cutting it. No, 7 and 9:15. You used to have a little bit of a separation of it.
It's so much better than
you've been replaced, Tony. We got a new host.
Oh, I mean, he's cute, so a doggy can replace me. I can understand that. Boom in chat. I'll tell you how. The Broncos do have a decent defense. Their offense sucks, but they got a solid defense.
You're not helping your case.
What do you mean?
Boom's asking how we have the Jets above the Broncos. You said, well, the Broncos have a great defense.
Well, I said I wanted a mediocre at best, but you guys voted trash. So
I thought Chrome was coming in here. What the hell's going on? There he is.
There's Dak Prescott right there.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Just finished this football stream.
What up, homie?
I'm just glad to see you on the right side of the ground, man. Wild week.
Yeah, dude. We were so that Friday it hit. We were the only school that had their football game that Friday. Like, we went to read off the scores of interest, and they didn't exist. No one in the area had games. I mean, obviously, other than Knoxville. Knoxville didn't get hit too hard, but, I mean, 2 near dam failures. You know, something you'd never expect around here, especially.
Well, again, glad you're on this
I'm
side.
just glad to see you're okay, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you.
You know.
I texted AJ, I guess it was 2 days ago, or whenever. I guess that wouldn't have been 2 days ago. Whenever Georgia lost, I tweeted at him. I said, "AJ, I hope you're okay." Well, I was meaning that in the sense of like I hope he was okay from the hurricane. It just happened to be the exact time that Georgia had just lost. So,
Bro, I was that meme of I'm a head out after halftime. I just logged out of all socials. I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it.
so I tuned in after halftime, and it was
Well, hell of a time for you to pick up the game. I wish I picked up the game then.
yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I wanted to say,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to say this since Bristol happened, but I haven't been on, the LTC or anywhere else to talk about it.
And you ditched
But I
me.
bought. I'm so sorry. We've went over this. But I bought the Bubba Wallace Air Force scheme shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and it was between that and then the Tyler Reddick Talladega win shirt. And I asked this dude, that was at the cashier. I was like, between these two, which one do you think? He's like, well, do you want the shirt of a guy that could win the race or a guy that's going to run ninth or worse? And I'm just like, so you're working in the official team hauler and you're talking crap, out loud in front of everyone. And then that race, Reddick ends up having a crap race and Bubba ends up third. So, I mean.
Did you go with the right shirt? That's the question.
I bought the Bubba shirt, yes.
There you go. There you go.
So I
mean,
felt
don't
proud
worry.
of my decision, and that guy needs to be fired.
I got the 2311 hat right somewhere over there. I'm trying to reach for it. There, that works right there.
Oh yeah.
Because fuck what NASCAR's doing.
Heard. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed
just
at you, Chrome. Just a little bit.
I'm sorry. Literally, okay, so I don't know if Cooper's still in here, but, on a race day, also trying to walk around with the wifey and conversate with Cooper, a little hard communication. Bristol isn't the best for its, service. So then it's like, I'd call Cooper, and he thinks I'm calling him because he expects me that I'm already there. He's like, yeah, you here? I was like, no, I'm trying to figure out where you are. And he's like, I sent you my location. I said, yeah, it said you were 20 minutes away in Johnson City. I was like, it's not gonna work. He's like, no, I'm over here in Toyota in the campground. I was like, oh, okay. So I check it again. I was like, oh, it's working now. But it says he's across the highway. And I was like, well, dang. I mean, the race is about to start. I'm not gonna make, my fiance. If it was just me, I would have. I was like, I wasn't gonna make my fiance walk across the highway. But
we were not across the highway.
I figured that out after. And then I was like, you know what, maybe during the race I'll try to go find them. But then I ate a BLT. So that one was on me. That's completely on me. But gosh, bro, that BLT was banging.
I will say for the folks at home, worst hot dog I've ever had at a concession stand in my life came from Bristol.
Really?
It's fucking terrible.
We be getting we got Ingles Deli subs for the Xfinity race and the
Chrome, you went to the
you guys even know
Xfinity
what
race
Ingles
too?
is?
Yes, I know what an Ingles is. You went to the Xfinity. I'm there all 3 days, and not once did I see Chrome.
Dude, I didn't go to the truck race because I didn't have anybody to go with. If I'd have known you were at the truck race too, I didn't know.
We were on all them motherfuckers.
I didn't think to ask.
Cooper was even at the truck race.
Well, I was gonna see if you wanted to go to Talladega, but
Do I want to go to Talladega? Absolutely.
I said I don't have anybody to go with.
Am I going to Talladega?
Hurts.
No.
Yeah.
Actually,
Let's say
because
my
of my
on fall break, so I could have made it happen.
well, because
It's over, boys. It is over.
the Mets win.
The New York Mets are advancing. Oh, look at the sad faces on the Brewer team.
I'm pissed because I hate the Mets. But because of my co-host on Clean Air Show, Phil, shout out Phil, I was told to check my phone during the show last week. And now apparently I'm going to Homestead too.
Ah, that's what's up.
with
I saw that on the podcast, by the way. You were mentioning about that. I was like, that's cool.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And this
That's
is like
nuts.
kind of like more access than I've ever had at a racetrack before with what he's got hooked up. So this is going to be interesting.
I would say so.
I don't want to like speak on any of it because number one, I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
A live show.
Oh, I mean, we're going to try to get some sound clips. If whatever he has lined up, and I'll go into more detail, like if it's actually what we think it is, we're going to try to get some sound clips for it because we will have access all weekend.
Wow.
Awesome.
2 or 3 shows in, and he's already top G.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I'm just some random drunk that showed up.
And speaking of the lawsuits, you said, screw what NASCAR's doing. I just applied to front row.
Did you really?
Yeah, so
Nice.
it's like, wow.
Chrome coming to a racetrack near you?
My almost employer, hopefully, is suing NASCAR. That's what's up.
Are you doing it for photography and media?
They're looking for photographers, videographers, and then there was an actual like position that's like listed for content coordinator, I believe. I'm just like, just let me,
Just apply for all of them and just hopefully you get one.
That's what I'll be doing, man. I might have missed it earlier, but I commented and said I was making stuff for Porter Hodge, and he posted it yesterday off the Cubs. So I'm hoping that I cultivate that relationship into something.
Come to Chicago. I'm sure they'll bring you onto the Cubs organization.
Yeah, as a player.
I'm technically, yeah. I'm like, you have the farm system for the players. How about your media guys? I'm already in the system. Come on now.
That's right. I actually, my wife brought me to a Cubs game for my birthday. So we went the Friday before, so it was like the 18th or something like that, or the 20th. It was when they were playing the Nationals, and my buddy is like kind of high up in there, so he hooked me up. He actually got me on the field to take a picture and everything like that. It was awesome.
That's what's up.
Got giddy as hell, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Giddy.
It was fantastic. Oh, dude, I was a little schoolgirl, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
It was the same weekend as the Bristol race.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because you sent me the picture of the World Series trophy, then I sent you the picture of the World Series trophy.
Yep.
Oh, that was wild. I didn't expect to see that there.
I didn't either. But like literally, I sent it to our group chat, and then like 5 minutes later, Josh sends me the picture of the World Series trophy there, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Here,
So that might end up being my first MLB game if I don't get to a Cubs game before then.
If you get to a Cubs game and you don't call me, I'm gonna be super duper pissed. Here, let me send this to you. Let me send this to you, AJ.
I mean this respectfully. Fuck going to a Cubs game.
Fuck that. You don't even know.
What do we need to get you at a racetrack?
Ooh.
Honest answer?
Gun to your head, you have to go. What does it take to get you there? Besides a gun to the head.
You guys.
Well, I say we, like I'm there every week, but like that's a party. Like,
no, I'm legitimate. Like if we we were in town together, I would go with you guys because I would want to go and experience it with you guys. That would be the only way. If Tony went, I wouldn't go.
Okay. Tony went, I wouldn't go. I cannot express enough.
I'm just playing.
That going to a race in person is so much different.
That was the thing. I had tickets to go to a race.
You went the first Chicago street race and you didn't even go.
No,
and you just had tickets to that and decided not to?
Yeah, I didn't go because it was going to rain and I had nobody that would go with me. Like my wife was working.
Run through my house.
You know, my wife was working. I couldn't exactly take one kid without the other, so I wasn't going to do that. You know, and everybody that I talked to, Jesus Christ.
You could have taken your son. No one
Yeah,
would
but
have
I
batted
just-
an eye.
I have 2 sons.
I-
can't do that.
I know. I
Third
get
one
what
right
you're
here. You
saying.
could have took me.
If you would have came out,
If I would have known the offer, I would make the drive if I know the race is free.
I even invited freaking Cody, and he couldn't go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Well,
invited
Cody
him.
couldn't even go to Bristol this year, so track he
What
lives
festival was he
10
at?
minutes from. Something in fucking Kentucky.
Yeah, Matchbox 20 was there. That's all I knew.
We're actually talking between Phil and I about trying to schedule going out there with everybody to Martinsville next October in Virginia.
You know what you guys need to do, and I'm just being honest with you. You guys need to come out to Indiana. Let's go to the Indy 500.
I would want to see the NASCAR race there first before I go to the Indy 500.
I'd go to the 500 if
Because it's fun out there,
Kyle
man, for that.
Larson's doing the double. I would watch that.
That's a different story. That's
Yeah.
absolutely right. Tony,
Fellas,
why is your finger up? Did you just stick it up your butt?
dad duty calls. I have to go.
Whatever, Tony.
Bye, Tony.
See you, Tony.
So shout out to you guys. Well, thank you for the warm goodbyes as always.
Just kick him the fuck out. I don't even want to
All
hear
right,
his-
bye bye. Love you
his
guys.
diatribe.
Tony. Then there were 3.
Yeah,
was only
thank
ever
God
3.
you came in, bro. Jesus.
People don't want to know what goes through Josh and I's heads when we're together.
It's not good. It's not good. It's
I was
never good.
literally
Someone's
sitting
getting
there-
offended.
I was literally sitting there doing that broadcast. Or the
I
stream.
love-
guess it's more of a stream.
One of my favorite things to tell people is that I'm going out to see you in January. And they always ask me, like, and I'm like, yeah, he's lived in Florida. So, like, well, how do you know him?
Internet.
I like he's one of my best friends. Well, you've never met him. Yeah. The fuck? Like, yeah, dude. That's weird. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Like, I like my guys online more than 90% of the people that I see in the flesh.
That's a true
Like,
statement.
That is 100% true, dude.
That's a true statement. I can
You
get
know?
behind that.
I only knew my fiance online for about a month before we actually met in person.
Mail order or
Mail order. That's so cold.
hey, I'm
That's
just
so
asking the
cold.
questions. God damn it.
Well, it took me a second to figure out which mail you were meaning.
When are you getting
postal service?
when are you getting married?
In May.
In May? Out in Knoxville?
It's in between Knoxville and my hometown. So
It's
both
gonna
families
be
can kind of
May.
come to the middle.
Hey, where are you from
Nice.
out there, Chrome?
Where am I from?
Mm-hmm. Like where do you live?
So like you ended up in Knoxville, didn't you?
I ended up everywhere. I was in
Okay.
Kingsport. I was in Knoxville. I was in Roan Mountain, Pigeon
Okay.
Forge, Gatlinburg, Bristol.
I am literally in between like the Kingsport, Bristol area and Knoxville. Like literally it's an hour either way.
So you've been in that Kingsport Mall.
Yes.
What a shithole.
Yes. It used to be the place to go when I was a child. All big
Shithole.
and beautiful, everything. It's nothing now.
It is
How
a
far are
shithole.
you from like Gatlinburg, Seaverville area?
30.
30 minutes?
Mhm.
Are you
I-
fucking kidding me? Son of a bitch. If I'd have known you when I was out there, that would have been like one of those like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go hang out with Chrome. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, man. Like like where I'm at, it's like if I'm going to Johnson City, Bristol, if I'm going to Knoxville, Pigeon Forge, it's all within an hour. If I'm going to Charlotte, Atlanta, Lexington, it's all within 4 hours. I'm going to Talladega. I'm not now, but that's 4 hours. It's just like,
Why are you not going to Talladega?
well, I was wanting to go with my dad. Fiance's out of town, and it finally, no slight to her, but it finally been time for just me and dad to go out. But he's been having back issues, and
Let me grab a
not gonna-
beverage real quick. I'll be right back.
You're good.
I'm not gonna force him to, ride in the car for 4 hours and then sit at a 3, almost 4 hour race and then ride 4 hours back with a screwed up back. So
No, I can understand that. I can.
And then my cousin was gonna go with me, but he works in like the, like all the services that do like, they like do a lot of like the controlled burn. I don't remember what they're actually called. Controlled burns, and like if like trees have fell in the road, these like the ones that go clean up. Surveyor or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
But
So
he was gonna go with me, but with everything that had happened this past weekend, he's been
Obviously
quite
very
busy.
busy.
So
yeah. I went to a oddities convention this weekend, and I picked something up that is the coolest shit I've seen, dude. Why you shake?
Because I remember what was it? The heart, the goat heart.
Yeah, that's in my living room. That's the first thing you see when you walk in my house.
Is that a coffee mug? Oh, it's a koozie. It's a beverage koozie.
Yes,
I
and
get
it
you a toe,
holds
dude.
all the cans. I can get you a toe. Hell, I can get you a toe with toenail polish. You have no
that
idea.
that friction on that slide was amazing.
I'm telling you, dude, this thing is great. It's fantastic.
Out of your element, Donnie.
What
You're
is
out of your
it?
element.
Like, I'm trying to tell what the skeleton is.
Looks like a vulture head. Oh, not
dragon?
a vulture head. A fucking, yeah.
Is that freaking Parthenax?
You know it lights up. You know there's a
And then
light
here-
on it.
No, there isn't, but they give you this right here so that you can put like the little Red Bull cans in there. This comes apart and it goes right in.
If I drank anything other than Dr. Pepper, that would be cool.
I love this thing, dude. This thing is the shit.
If I drank anything than a beer, that'd be cool.
Yo, speaking of Dr. Pepper, I went to the counseling office because all the student vending machines are only diet and zero sugar. The counseling office, as teachers, we get the real stuff, that hard, regular
hard
Dr.
stuff.
Pepper.
They get the real, they get the
real
good,
shit.
Yeah, so I
You got any of that good shit in there?
I put in my dollar to get the bottle of the Dr. Pepper, rumbles through. Okay, let me grab my Dr. Pepper. Hear another rumble. Oh, shoot, another Dr. Pepper. Grab that Dr. Pepper. Go to walk away. Hear another rumble. A third Dr. Pepper. Oh, my gosh, bro.
It's your lucky day.
You should have played the lottery that day.
We have breaking sports news. The Cincinnati Reds are hiring Terry Francona to be their next manager.
Wow. Wow.
I thought he retired. Like, I thought after he was with Cleveland, he was done.
You don't look interested at all, Carl.
I mean,
very monotone look.
I am honestly so new to baseball.
If you need to know who Terry Francona was, he's essentially the manager that broke the curse for the Red Sox back in 2004, won several World Series with them, got fired from the Red Sox because of a Josh Beckett, the pitcher, chicken wing and beer situation. They fired him. He went and piddle fucked around with Cleveland for a little bit, then retired.
Hey, AJ, who was the manager in 2016 that we beat?
Was it Francona then?
Yes, it was.
So Francona also helped the Cubs win their World Series. Was he really the manager? No, that wasn't.
He was a Cleveland Indians manager.
Go Cubs,
that was not Francona.
Yes, it was.
Go.
Hang on a second.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to win today. Yes!
Well, it was not the Cubs manager.
I said, if I end up at the...
Yeah, he wasn't the Cubs manager, Josh. He was
not the Cubs. He was the Indians manager.
That's what I'm saying. You said I thought you said he was the Cubs manager.
No,
the Cubs manager.
That was Joe Madden.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's what it was. Joe Madden.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't Joe Madden, was it?
Yes.
That was Joe Madden.
You're out of your element, AJ.
That's right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I can name damn near that whole team.
I don't have enough beer or liquor for that.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my team.
If I end up at the Speedway Classic before a Cubs game, I will be a Reds fan because living here, it's hard to like the Braves because
everybody likes the Braves.
Tennessee doesn't have a team, so everybody
I'm just saying,
like Braves.
When you come out here to go to a Cubs game, you let me know. I will be at that game with you.
Well, my photographer buddy, me and him are both, decent acquaintances with Porter. So I'm like, he said he was talking with Porter about potentially going out to be able to do media stuff there. So that's what I'm looking at. But
Yes,
see.
but I can't have you come to Chicago without showing you a good time, man. Like, I'm coming out there and, you know, bringing you around the town. You know,
Yeah.
bring you to Billy Goats. You know,
I'd be
bring you
down.
to the Cubby Bear.
I'd be down.
Show you. Yeah, dude. I'd feel some sort of way if I like saw a picture of you over at the fucking Wrigley and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like Chrome is 30 minutes away from me. What shit is this?
Well, that's how it felt to me, but it was my fault that AJ was like 2 minutes away from me. But
It still boggles my mind that I was at a game that you were at and we didn't even know each other at that point.
yeah, we just didn't.
Yeah. Like I had my whole family there, and then you go on, you're like, yeah, I work with them. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like
Yeah.
ain't even a point of seeing the like getting in with the team or anything like that. I'd have shot the shit with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's it. It breaks my heart that they're leaving that ballpark. It really does, because that ballpark was the definition of like a country style game, man. It was great. The vibe in that place is good. It's fantastic.
All the other teams they play, I mean, you go to it and the outfield, like skyline, I guess, is, you know, city buildings. This one, you know, you got trees. You know, you're out in the
trees.
You're just out in the literally not middle of nowhere.
Josh sees trees every time he goes to a baseball game.
You know who's got to be pissed that you guys are moving? Is fucking Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They got to be pissed, bro.
Well, it's like legit. Like they're doing so much at that exit. Like they're putting a whole like not amusement park, but it's
which
like
exit's
an amusement
that
area? 407.
What's the city?
Or Kodak.
The Kodak exit with the Buc-ee's on it, and the Bass Pro.
Oh, I passed that. Yeah, I went to that Bass Pro.
Yep.
Yeah. Kodak. Tennessee,
that was right before we decided we were going to Morgan Wallen.
You were literally right next where I spent most of last year. The Smoky Stadium was across the street from the Bass Pro.
Make me mad even more, Chrome.
The only thing that I found really funny is like there is no space between the parking lot and the field. So when they hit like out of play or anything like that, you're gambling whether or not you're going to walk up to a ball through your windshield.
That's what surprised me my first time ever going there. I was like, wow, you're just literally like right there. Like people are parking literally right outside the first base gate.
Yeah. And you know that those balls are going flying through there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's got to be times where people have come into the stadium being like, I have a cracked windshield because of you guys.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, too bad.
We're not liable.
We'll send one of the players out to autograph it for you. Does that work?
Autograph your broken windshield.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like you knew that. And I remember going and I looked at my wife and I was like, because we had a rental, and I was like, man, we parking far out here. Like I ain't running the risk, bro, at all.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun, man. That was such a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
we try our best. Like, you know, they label themselves as America's friendliest ballpark, but like I had a big hand in a lot of like the events that went on there, so I always tried to make them fun.
So you guys were the friendliest ballpark, and we're the friendly confines.
Yep.
See, here's my question now. After this season, could the Cubs logically call themselves the lovable losers now? With what happened with the White Sox? Because we're not the losers anymore.
Yeah.
I've already said that the White Sox are going to Nashville. That's going to be their baseball
team. I mean, the White Sox.
I don't think they're moving, bro. I hate to break it to you.
The
Birmingham Barons.
They just won the Southern League, so they beat us for the Southern League championship.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this the last time you were on, but it really broke my heart because I made a comment to a couple of people that worked there that was like, man, I came from Chicago for a crosstown classic. Like, this is a crosstown classic. And they looked at me like, what are you talking about? And it's like, oh, man, come on.
Yeah.
Like, this is – and I even said, I was like, the Cubs are affiliates, or the Smokies are affiliates to the Cubs. The Barons are affiliates to the White Sox. What, really? Yeah.
Well, it depends on who you talk to. If you're talking to like the concession workers, then they're literally just high school kids that don't care.
Yeah.
But like any of the full-time people, they would have known that. But
Yeah. Like,
most of those younger kids, they're just there because
my old lady had to
free
put a
baseball.
lid on me when I went into your guys' pro shop, man, because I was gonna buy fucking everything.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those like slap the credit card on the table kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Give me
I'll take all of it. I'll take all of it.
Dude, I think my discount there was 75. At the time. At the time. It's not
75%?
At the time, yep.
Holy hell. I literally would have bought everything.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't
I had this like if my family ever came, I had this black card I could give them. Well, I had a parking pass for them and I could give them a black card that they could scan and it was the 75 off of like everything. So like they got like 3 hot dogs, 2 funnel cakes, drinks, like the whole shebang for like barely even $10, $12.
I loved that place, man. I'm telling you right now, I had a blast. It's still the cover photo from my iPad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a picture of the field like right before the game started.
Mm-hmm.
Like I loved that place, man. It was my retirement plan. I even said it was that I was going to retire, move out to Tennessee, and get Smokies season tickets.
Yeah,
live out my days watching minor league ball.
And that's what a lot of people out there did. I mean, there's people from where I'm from that are season ticket holders there. They're just like, yeah, we're just not going anymore. And I was like, dang. It was like me working here so long now, I've built up relationships with you guys, and I just know you guys aren't coming back. It's wild. But like, I also see it from the other standpoint is like, yeah, the stadium is very nice where it's at now, and it just made sense. But where my fiance lives in Knoxville, I drive by the new one all the time. And sometimes I go down there and see it. And I'm just like, gosh, it's going to be so like, as far as like from what I do, it's going to make my life so much easier as far as like everything's just going to be updated.
Is it a nice stadium?
Yes, it will be a very nice stadium.
Like compared to the one that they were at, like, are we talking like a complete upgrade of everything?
Yeah. As far as like just the facility in general, I mean, the facility wasn't bad. I mean, in terms of minor league stadiums, that one was only built in 2000, so it wasn't even that old. Like in comparison, like the Lookouts, they have the oldest stadium in minor league baseball. So it's like you have that versus ours that was just built in 2000, but now we're moving. So it's like it wasn't even that outdated. It was just.
So what are they going to do with that stadium?
I was reading the other day, it's about to be listed for sale. They're taking proposals for developments and stuff that have to be turned in before the end of October. But like the Smokies organization might be taking stuff, and it was listed as things such as seats, foul poles, netting, whatever. So, and then the article also said that the stadium was just being sold as is, and that if anybody bought it, they'd be responsible for any like renovations, rezoning, demo, whatever. So, I mean, I think it's just up for grabs for anything.
So they're not going to sell the seats or anything like that.
I don't know. I'm going to try to get my hands on one, but I don't know.
If you hear that they are selling any of the seats, let me know.
Yes, I'll make sure.
I had a freaking blast, dude. I'll even take that little Smokey statue you guys got over there.
Yeah,
they can send that over to Chicago. I'll put that right in my front yard.
I got one of those little mini stadiums of it. That was one of their last giveaways.
Really?
And then some jar of dirt.
Oh, nice. When I went to the Cubs game, I got one of the bobbleheads. I got a Cody Bellinger.
I got an Owen Casey bobblehead. He's about to be, or I think he's about to be on the Cubs. He's really good, but I don't know if he's been doing too good in Iowa.
What position?
He is center field, I believe.
So that means instead we got Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger, and Armstrong in the outfield. So who's he? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well,
That's
he
why
was
Morel
DH a
was
lot.
gone.
He was DH a lot. He was our leading home run hitter when he was here. I don't know how he's doing in Iowa.
I don't know. I was shocked when Morel went because like that was a shocker, and I think they're going to sign Pete Crow to a longer term. That's my opinion.
Pete Crow's an animal, bro.
He is, dude. He's fucking fast, bro.
Did that I forgot what that clip was, but he hit the ball and then made it all the way to third in like less than 8 seconds.
Yeah, he is. That boy is a speed demon.
Yeah.
You know? That's I don't know. I just it really it sucks that you guys are moving, but if you're telling me that this place is gonna be, an upgrade from start to finish, man, like how can I disagree with you?
I mean, just from what I know internally, obviously it all has to be executed, but I just understand like what's supposed to happen and what's supposed to be there. And I'm just like, I don't understand how a lot of people can look at this and be like, yeah, go back. But the only thing I have a gripe with, especially if I'm not going to end up having my own spot, is it is one of those stadiums that promotes public transit, so there's not really any parking.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's actually, inner city now, so.
Yeah, but see, you know who else has that problem? The Cubs. Cubs really don't have a parking garage.
Well, I mean, they're like, the stadium's in like a neighborhood, so.
It's in Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
It's literally in the city, which is the argument I always had with one of our buddies who was a White Sox fan. I'm like, bro, your team isn't even in the city. Like, it's not downtown. It's on 35th Street, which is good distance from the actual city, where Wrigley is legitimately in the city. You come out of that stadium, man, you're in the north side of the city. You got to take public transit to get back, because you park out there. You have to park on the side streets in these side parking lots. You're dropping like $150 for parking because people are selling their spots.
Yeah.
It's insane. It really is. But
you
got to come out.
I didn't realize that, like, I got a few kids in my classes they're originally from Chicago, and then they've testified to this, and I was listening to Chris Vernon's show 2 days ago. He was telling a story about how he went to a White Sox game with Tony Allen. Tony Allen's from Chicago. But he's like, yeah, we took the L train out near the stadium, and I got off with Tony, and I was just like, yo. He's like, he was afraid to get off the train. He's like,
what? For the
I
Sox?
can't remember what he said. Yeah, for the
35th. Oh yeah, it's sketchy, bro. It's sketchy as hell. Yes, they got good food over there, man. They got this place like right outside the stadium. It used to be a gas station, and they converted it to like this like quick stop. Like it's called Pharaoh's, bro. Best hot dogs you can get, like best beef you can get. It's phenomenal. But like White Sox, I'll openly say are better. They have better food than we do. But you go to a Cubs game, man, from the time you get off the L and you come up, you feel it, dude. That whole town really gets into it. It's an amazing experience. You got the the Ivy, you got the Cubby Bear, you got so many little bars that are around there, and every inch, man, is just Cubs themed. They got the Rally House over there. They got Lids, they got Gallagher's Way, and all those have the shops. Like it really is Cub centric out there. You go out to a Sox game. Once you leave the stadium, there's really nothing, man. There's an expressway. That's it.
Are they getting a new stadium?
Who?
The Sox?
No, they're not getting a new stadium. That stadium ain't that old.
Well, I saw I saw when I was searching for jobs on LinkedIn, I saw they like posted some proposal for what it could look like if they did.
Yeah, there was talks of it, but that'll not the Bears will get a stadium before the Sox move. I don't see the Sox relocating because when they are playing well, they have a very dedicated fan base.
Hmm.
I will give them that. Their fans are ferocious, but it's very disappointing when they don't play well. That fan base just disappears, just
Yeah.
literally disappears. And maybe that's them telling the team, do better because, like I said earlier, and you'll probably vouch this. Cubs fans are dedicated regardless if you win or lose. It doesn't matter. And we will show up at that stadium. We will party our asses off. We'll cheer for the Cubs. It doesn't matter if we're winning 10-0 or losing 10-0. We will still sell out that stadium every day, every night, without question. And that's our biggest blessing, but it's also our biggest curse because the team knows, hey, we don't really need to put a contending team out there for these people to show up.
Hmm.
We'll show up regardless. You know?
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed definitely, getting into baseball more. I was like, so like, you get like a lot of at NFL games, NBA games, concerts, whatever. If like there is a noticeable, like even wrestling shows are the worst. But if there's like any empty section of seats, it's like everybody is, roasting the team or the organization on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, you can't fill the house. But like I've always noticed, like Wrigley is like usually always like full, bro.
Yep, don't matter. They be freezing their asses off out there, man. They'll show up.
Yeah.
We'll sweat. You'll show up. And that's something that we've always had. And it's one thing that my dad, because I was the only Cubs fan in my family. Everyone else has been Sox fans. My dad was a Sox fan, and he would always take pleasure in letting me know when my team was out of playoff contention,
Mm.
and I remember him looking at me going, the only way that you are ever going to see a team be built for them to win is if you assholes stop supporting the team. And I looked at him weird. I'm like, why? He goes, as long as you guys treat that team the way you guys treat that team, doesn't matter what they put on the field. You're always going to show up. You're always going to show up. He goes, so when you sit there and go, why is this team losing? Why is this team sucking? He goes, it's a real easy answer. He goes, pick your ass up, walk in the bathroom, look in the mirror. That's the fucking reason. And it's like, damn, like, I always thought that was really a shitty statement towards my team. But man, growing up and realizing it, that man was onto something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a sad realization because we do suck and it doesn't matter. Like we had high hopes for this year. What happened? What happened? We did nothing. Craig Counsell was not the answer. Cody Bellinger did not play as well as he played last season. Ian Happ, kind of dropped off. The only pluses were Yamaga, Michael Bush, and Pete Crow Armstrong. That was the highlights of our season, is the emergence of them. Aside from that,
Porter Hodge.
I didn't get to see a whole lot of Porter Hodge this year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can't say yes or no. I feel like if I said yes, it would be more pandering to you in the fact that you know him. I don't have enough to go off of.
It's understandable.
You feel what I'm saying? It's more of a respect thing.
Understandable.
For the team they promised us, we were mediocre. We were mediocre, I think, would be at best. We got a little hot around the middle of the season, but like it always seemed to do, we shit the bed come like August 1st. That's when you start seeing the big chunk losses, is around that time. And it got to a point where it was like, well, here we go again. It was predictable. We were to end July, we were on like a 6-game win streak. Then we were on an 8-game win streak. And then come August 1st, it was like win 2, drop 4, win 4, drop 6, and it just kept going. And it was like chunk like that. It was 1 step forward, 2 steps back from August 1st to like September 29th when the season ended. You know, it was predictable. And it's like we have to get past that. And don't give me the bullshit excuse of our team was injured. Our team wasn't injured. We had majority of our players. We don't have enough. We don't have a strong enough pitching squad. You know, our bats at the end of the season went completely dry. And it's I love the team. I love the team whether they're in first or last, but it's also frustrating being a fan this long and seeing the same shit.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, that's usually like that sentiment and just the whole thing with like whether the team's good or bad, but the stadium's always full. That's usually something you only see with like smaller market teams, no matter what, like, you know, league you're looking at. Like, especially with my team being the Grizzlies in that season that they had last year, everybody was injured, and we were practically playing the G League team. Like,
Yeah.
we broke the NBA record for injuries or players signed in the season just due to the injuries, because even our G League players were getting injured, and we'd have to sign a bunch of 10 days. But
Yeah.
it's like no matter what, I mean, obviously you have backup G Leaguers playing on your NBA team. Obviously, it's not going to be sold out, but that small market Memphis team that's so like close knit in that community, it's like that's just what they have, and they support it no matter what.
Yeah.
And you know, but it's just crazy seeing that dynamic in Chicago, which obviously not a small market, Chicago.
No.
But
No.
it's just
That's
it's
the
just
only
wild.
logical explanation. That is what it
Yeah.
is. But we're going off on a freaking tangent right now, and we probably should wrap the show. So
Chrome, what do you
anytime
got
come
going on
in,
next
I'm like
week?
this.
What?
What do you got going on next week? Next Wednesday or Thursday? Because I don't know which day it's going to be.
Thursday I have to go. I'm doing I'm videoing a wedding next Saturday, so I got to go meet with the guy on Thursday. But other than that, I should just be doing whatever. I'm on fall break.
You come on the show next week.
I can do that.
We'll shoot the shit with you.
Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
can do that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
do that.
Whenever he gets in the room, it goes to the Cubs. I apologize.
You're
Now you
good,
know what
man.
it feels like when you guys start talking NASCAR or hockey, and I'm sitting there going like, "Fuck, man, I can't contribute much."
It's all good, man. Everybody, make sure you follow Gamers Do Sports at Gamers Do Sports, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or scan the QR code right there on the right corner of the other way. There you go.
There you go.
I put that
Chrome,
there.
you did put it there. Thank you, Chrome, for everything you do for us.
Yes,
Seriously.
100%.
And for clean air. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Chrome, where
I
can
love
people
doing
find you?
Go funnel all of your fire into at Chrome Pictures on Instagram. Chrome_pictures. Do not care about Chrome Prodigy right now. I'm just playing Minecraft. So
I never understood that game.
Modded Minecraft.
I've heard
No,
modded Minecraft
game.
different.
I want modded Grand Theft Auto, where like you could eliminate
GTA
the
RP.
sea. Yeah,
you got to get a computer for that.
You can like have like snow and shit like that.
Yeah, you
where
got to have a
roads are all
PC
slippery.
for it, bro.
Gamers do GTA RP.
I'm in. I'm AJ, One Lug TV. Josh?
Find me at Campbell925. You can also find the Bridge Troll that we usually have as a co-host at Talkman T7.
Chrome, we'll see you next week on here.
Yes, you will. As I am exiting
Chrome,
my classroom.
I've got to give you the Tony honors this week since you kind of took his spot today.
Oh, word?
So we'll see you guys next week.
I love the Gamers Do Sports podcast. I love this place. Go follow them.